Good morning, welcome to Furry and Spoil. We're back from our summer break. We haven't actually been on holiday. We've just taken a lovely break to just do some stuff around the house. We had lots of jobs that needed doing. Just take some time just to relax and rest. I don't ever take my boys on holiday in the summer because it's just too hot, and I can't guarantee that where I'm going to go is going to have air conditioning. I can't take them out anywhere during the day because it's too hot. It just, for me, taking my dogs on holiday in the summer isn't really, doesn't really work. I don't know how much action you're going to get out of these today. They're all quite sleepy as usual after their walk. I hope you all had a lovely summer. I hope that your dogs are all well. I hope that you are all well. We used to take the dogs on holiday in the winter, but a couple of years ago I stopped doing that, and that's for a couple of reasons. So when we just had Albert there and Harry, I don't know where Harry is, but when we just had the two dogs, we did used to take them on holiday, and we used to go in the autumn winter time, and it was beautiful. And we used to go to places like where there would be forests and stuff like that. Absolutely, really beautiful holidays. But we haven't done it for the last 2 years, and the reason for that is a couple of reasons. Albert's getting older now; he's 11, and he just needs more sleep. And so, going on holiday, it's just very tiring for him, and so that was one reason. But the main reason, because we couldn't go on holiday and still base ourselves around the cabin that we were staying in or something like that, so it would still work for him. But the main reason that we aren't going on holiday, haven't been going on holiday for the last 2 years, is because of Humps. When we first got him, every time we took him, so we've had him for 2 years now, and every time that we went anywhere different, like in the car to go on a car ride or whatever, I always worried, and I really felt quite strongly that he was worried that we were taking him to another home, because he got moved from so many places, not just in Korea and all the hell of that, but in this country as well. He got moved to a lot of different homes, and so I worried for quite a while that you can't really see anybody, can you, from this angle? I worried for quite a while that every time we took him somewhere different for a walk or anywhere, that he would be worried that we were taking him somewhere different. And I really felt that he was a bit worried about that. And so, but soon he learned that if we went in the car and we were going somewhere different, we were going on an exciting walk or something. And he learned to love going in the car, and he learned to enjoy all of that. But I really have always felt that taking him actually on holiday would just be too much for him, and that he would worry too much. He's doing really, really well. He's very settled here. He's very content living here. He knows his routine. He's doing incredibly well. But I really felt that taking him on holiday, he just might not. I just think it was just too much for him. So we haven't been on holiday for the last 2 years, but that's fine. That's okay. I've got no problem with that. You know, always do what's best for my boys. There's a Pickle. If you don't know Harry, that's my Harry. And so as a result, we just take time off like we have this summer and do stuff around the house. So they've had a good summer. It wasn't actually the weather's been really nice. It hasn't been stupid hot, like over 30. I think it hit 30 a couple of days. But it didn't go on and last forever, just a few days. And, you know, I've done numerous videos about how I keep them cool in the summer, and all of that worked, and it was all very pleasant. We're now about the middle of September, and it's beautiful. We're having a really beautiful September. So I'm in the south of England, and it's rained quite a lot, but on the days it hasn't rained, it's been beautiful. So it's been really weird, because we've had a couple of nights where it's gone down to 3, and then we've had like today where it's back up to 20 during the day, and it's just beautiful out there. Beautiful sunshine, really, really beautiful day, lovely and clear, lovely and dry. So it's we're having a real perfect September for them. Health wise, Harry, I don't know why, but he always is the one who gets bitten by the insects. And if you know, I've talked about this a lot in my videos as well, if you don't get on top of that, that gets so out of control so quickly. I've done a video about that. I'll link that actually at the end. If you get an insect bite on a dog, I just show you how I deal with them, and it works really well. So that's luckily I was able to get on top of the insect bites really quickly, and there weren't any problems with that. But they do go for him, they really do. Humps, he had a I still don't know what it was. I tried everything, couldn't really work out what it was, but he had an itchy spot around by his tail area, and so luckily it did clear up and it was all fine. And I don't really know what caused it. It wouldn't seem to be any of the usual culprits. And what I had to do was, you can't see it from there really, but if you know me, you know he had a really glorious, beautiful, long corgi tail. But I had to cut it all really short because I needed to be able to see what was going on around his tail area. He'll stand up in a minute. When he stands up, I'll show it to you. But I've had to cut his tail really, really short. But it's just something I had to do because I had to be able to see. What he was doing. There's Harry in his hole. That's where he sleeps, on the back of the sofa in that hole. That's why the back of my sofa's completely mushed. Okay, all my dogs appear to have walked away. Let me get you in a better angle. Let's go and have a look at Humps's tail. Let me show you his tail. So I had to cut it all short. Yeah, it wasn't very nice. For about 2 weeks, he kept going at it. No, maybe not 2 weeks. Maybe it was about a week. We just kept going at it and it was bothering him. So I was doing all my usual stuff, spraying the tea tree spray on it and the cream and everything. But it did eventually clear up, but it just didn't seem to be any of the usual reasons. So normally his tail, great big, lovely, long, probably about 4 times as long as that. And I had to cut it all really short. So he's just got a little stumpy tail now, but it had to be cut short. There was nothing I could do about it. So he just got a little stumpy tail, haven't you, my darling? But we had to do it, didn't we, sweetheart? Yeah, we did. We had to do it. So I could see that, because the thing is with that long tail, with that long tail, I couldn't see what was going on, and that wasn't any good. I needed to be able to see what was going on. So that was that. Albert, what's going on with Albert? He scratched the top of his, you can probably see it on the top of his back there. He scratched himself, and he's got quite a nasty, it was quite a nasty scratch, but it's cleaned up okay. But it looks worse than it is at the moment because of all the, when I put the cream and stuff on it, it makes it look worse than it is. What else happened? Oh yeah, Albert has pulled the muscle in his leg again. This seems to be something that keeps on happening. Oh, yeah, I know. So he did it beginning of the summer. Pulled his leg, muscle in his leg. It's not actually, I don't think he's not actually pulling the muscles in his leg, but he's getting stiff legs. The muscles are getting stiff. It isn't arthritis or anything like that. I've had it checked over it. It's just the muscles get a bit stiff. The problem that we have with Albert is, so Albert is the little white one at the back. If you don't know Albert, he has autism. I've done a really in-depth video talking about it if it's something you're interested in. But what that means is that he's very hard to train. You can't train him to do anything, which is fine. There's no problem with that. But one of the problems with that is that I could never train him to walk nicely on a lead. And you know how it's reasonably easy to, well, no, I won't say it's reasonably easy because I know a lot of people really struggle with dogs walking on leads. But he just never got it at all. And it's not just that he pulls on the lead. He walks odd on the lead, I think would be the way to describe it. I think if you saw how he walks on a lead, you would be, it looks odd. It looks very odd. It's very stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. So what we've done as he's got older is we've carried him on some of the walk. Probably like 50% of the walk we carry him. Luckily, my husband, he's only little. He's not heavy, but I walk Humps and Harry, and then my husband carries Albert. So they probably carry for like half of the walk, and that has done. It helps. It really, really helps. But obviously, he still needs to walk because he needs to use the muscles. He needs to, he does still need to walk. It's important. We've lost all the dogs again. Should we go and see Harry in his hole? He does need to walk, but the problem is that even in the short amount of time that he is walking, because he walks, it's sort of, I can only describe it as erratic. it's very pulling, you know. And we honestly, we've tried, hello my darling, we've tried so much, and it's not. It's just the way he walks, and you know he's 11 now, and you know you have to have had a dog with autism to understand how you just cannot teach them to do anything. So yeah, so he's stiff again at the moment. So and how I know is because sometimes he's not running upstairs, he's asking to be carried upstairs. So we're doing that, but yeah, it's a bit of a worry really. It's a situation I'm trying to deal with. So he's on all of the stuff that I use for arthritis, so glucosamine, green lip mussel, turmeric. He's on all of that, and I'm massaging his legs sort of a couple of times a week. I'm not overdoing it, and yeah, and I know he's getting older, so muscles are going to get stiffer as they do with us all. But yeah, that's just something that's come up again on little Albert down there. Are you all right, Humps? Yeah. Are you okay? He's okay. Yeah, so on the whole, they've had a really nice summer. It's been really nice and relaxed. Well, I've been decorating the house. So when we moved into this house, I painted the whole thing just magnolia, and just stripped all the carpets out and just put the lino down, and then rugs. This works great for dogs because I can keep the lino really clean. The rugs you can just hoover and keep really clean. And you haven't got carpet, but you still got the coziness that they want. But what I've done now, what I've been doing this summer, you've got no dogs again, have we? What I've done this summer is I've just gone over every room, and I've actually put a whole load of colour into it. There's a pickle boy. And I've put a whole load of colour into each room, and I haven't done this room yet. It's about to be done. I'm not far off doing it, so I've just been testing with colours on the walls. So at the moment I'm thinking I'm going to do that dark green. That's the one we're going with. Well, no, not at the moment. That is the final decision. That dark green is what we're going to be doing, and so that'll be done in the next few weeks. And they've all been really good while I've been decorating. It hasn't been disruptive to them. I've just been in the room that I've been doing, and I've had to put a stair gate up so they couldn't get into the room, and they've just basically just waited outside the stair gate and watched me doing what I'm doing. But they've been really good during that. We also took down out in the back garden. We had a great big greenhouse at the back. We've only got a really small garden, so the great big greenhouse was taking up a massive part of it. So we took down the greenhouse so they'd have more room. So that was good to get all that done and give them a bit more room to do stuff out in the garden. And yeah, we just had a lot of time lazing around and just reading and just really nice summer. And they're all really well, so that's the most important thing. So are you all right, pickle boy? You got a dirty chin, haven't you? What have you been doing? Look at him. Look at his nose, all pink and black. Pink and black nose. So that's it. That's my little update. That's what we've been doing, and I'll be back to business as usual now. So I hope that you're all well. I really hope your dogs are all well. I hope they've had a nice summer. I hope it wasn't too hot for them. I know some of you are in places where it is really hot, and I can't even imagine living in a place like that. So anyway, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. I hope that you're all well. Bye bye.